welcome to a 10-minute recentering sequence for yoga. So we are going to start in Sukhasana, or easy pose, or easeful pose, sitting however feels best for you on a mat, on the ground, in a chair. A lot of these postures you can do in a chair, so picking whichever feels best for you. Go ahead and take a little wiggle back and forth, moving those glutes out to the sides, maybe taking a little rock with the head or some neck circles. Beginning to check in with your body, acknowledging where you're at today, and then inviting yourself into your practice. When you're ready, finding center, finding stillness, we're going to take a deep inhale all the way in. Big exhale all the way out. Let's do that one more time. Allowing yourself to soften into your seat and beginning to notice your breath. Where does it land in your body? Gradually inviting your left hand to your belly, your right hand to your heart. Beginning to guide each inhale down deep towards your belly. Like a wave coming in from the ocean, that breath rises to your chest. As you exhale, that breath leaves from your chest and then your belly. Allowing this rhythmic pattern to guide your breath, filling your whole torso. One more breath cycle. Continuing this rhythmic pattern throughout your whole practice today. On your next exhale, let your hands rest down towards your legs, palms facing up. Inhale, we're sweeping our hands high above the head, softening the shoulders. Exhale, draw your hands down into heart center, Anjali Mudra, the meeting of your left and your right in your center. Inhale, sweep the hands outward. Exhale, soften back through center. One more time. Inhaling outward. And exhaling through center, letting your hands find place. Softening the shoulders. Inhale, sweep the hands outward. This time we are finding a side bend, softening your shoulders down your back. Bring your right hand on the outside of your right hip. Reach your left arm up and over, bending through your right side, lengthening through your left. Beautiful. Softening with every exhale here. Can you find length through this left side body, from hip all the way up to your crown, keeping your left glute grounded on the ground during this bend. On your next inhale, left hand comes high, right hand follows. Soften the shoulders. Left hand comes down outside of your left hip, reach and rainbow that right arm over. Maybe you take a little bend through your left elbow. Can you find length here across both of your collarbones? Maybe you bring that right shoulder back in space slightly. We're finding this one more time. Inhale, lift the right hand, let the left hand follow. Drop the right hand, rainbow your left side body. Inviting softness with every exhale. Inhale, lift the left arm, let the right arm follow. Left arm comes down, right arm rainbows. One more breath cycle. Inhale, right arm comes high, left arm follows. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, letting your hands come long in front of you. Maybe you walk them longer. Lengthen through your spine, tailbone to crown, soften your shoulders. Big exhale as you melt your body towards the mat. Maybe you find a little bit of movement here. Maybe you stay in stillness. Whatever your body is craving today, meet yourself there. We're here for one more breath cycle. Can you surrender softness into any more of those spaces in your torso, the space between your shoulders? On your next inhale, push into the palms. And then lengthen the arms, tuck your knees underneath your hips, and you'll roll into tabletop position. I'm adjusting my space on the mat so you can see. Shoulders and wrists are in one long line, knees and hips in one long line. Let's tip the pelvis forward, opening to cow, bring the shoulder blades together, open the heart and the gaze. Exhale, tucking your tailbone, tipping the pelvis, rounding the spine up, chin draws towards your chest. Inhaling to find cow, opening towards the ground. And exhaling to find cat. Inhaling for cow, continue this at your own time and pace. You can follow along with me, or you can continue at your own breath pace. Maybe you invite some hip circles, shoulder circles, or body rolls. Whatever feels best for you today. If you're sitting in a chair and you'd like to find a seated cat to cow, you are going to be seated in that chair, finding that the same motion, just upright, opening the chest and then rounding the spine back. So meeting your body wherever you're at today. We're continuing through this cat to cow for a few more breaths. If you'd like to take gorilla fists, if you're feeling pressure building your wrists, feel free. Take one more breath cycle here, and then we will meet in neutral, meaning you have one long line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Gently bring the belly in towards the spine. Actively push the mat away, finding strength between your shoulder blades. On your next inhale, we're finding a bird dog, lifting the left arm and then sending the right leg back. Toes point down, heel stamps into the space behind you. We're just holding this here for a moment, finding some strength. If you feel your pelvis tipping forward, if you feel your belly arching, try bringing that belly button in towards the spine. Beautiful. Exhale, let's bring that left elbow and right knee to meet in center as you round your spine up like a cat. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring both arm and leg down. Inhale for a cow. Exhale for a cat. Inhale through neutral, remembering long line from tailbone to crown. Inhale, right arm goes long this time, reaching to the space in front of you. Left toes point down, left leg goes long, stamping that heel into the wall, holding this here for a moment, finding your strength through your core, actively pushing the mat away. Bird dog as we exhale, bring the left elbow or left knee and right elbow in through center, rounding the spine up. And then inhale to extend, finding that length again. Exhale, bring both limbs down. Inhale for a cow. Exhale for a cat. We're doing this one more time. Inhaling through neutral, we're gonna go a little faster this time. Left arm goes long, right leg goes back. Exhale, draw both in through center, finding some balance here. And then inhale, extend long. You've got it. Exhale, both limbs come down. Inhale for a cow. Exhale for a cat. Beautiful. Inhale through neutral. This time, right arm goes long, left leg goes back. Exhale, both limbs come in through center, rounding the spine. Inhale to extend. Exhale, both limbs come down. Inhale for a cow. Exhale for a cat. Beautiful. Inhaling through neutral, this time tuck your toes and then send your hips towards your heels, pushing into the balls of your feet and then lifting the hips, finding downward facing dog. Once you find your down dog, go ahead and pedal out your heels a few times, dropping one and then the other. It's always okay to have a bend in your knees in downward facing dog. Maybe your heels don't come down to the ground. Our goal here is to find length from the crown of your head to your tailbone, creating this mountain-like shape or triangle-like shape. Taking a few more pedals here. Maybe you rock your head back and forth between your biceps. Maybe you send your hips a little higher or walk your feet a little bit closer. Your gaze is back at those feet. We're going to begin to find stillness. Beautiful, you've got this. On your next inhale, gaze towards those hands and then lift the left foot and bring the left foot, creating space between your shoulder blades in between the hands. Drop the right knee, untuck the right toes, and inhale up for your low lunge. Beautiful, just staying here for a moment. Checking in with the body, the hips. Is your tailbone pointing down? Is your left knee over your left ankle? Beautiful. On your next exhale, cactus the arms, letting your elbows bend into a 90-degree shape. Inhaling up. Beautiful. Exhale, hinge forward, frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes, create space, lift the right leg. And then bring the left foot back to meet its partner on the mat. Pedal out your heels as you find downward facing dog. Again, maybe you adjust, maybe you walk those feet a little further forward. Taking a few breaths here, beginning to invite yourself into stillness. We're finding this low lunge on the other side. On your next inhale from stillness, you are gazing towards your fingertips. And then bring that right knee in towards your chest, creating space between your shoulder blades. Plant the right foot down, drop the left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale and rise up for your low lunge. Just softening here for a moment. Can you bring your shoulders away from your ears? Can you discover the space between your hips? Can you root down through your tailbone? Exhale, let's cactus the arms. Inhale, let them rise. Exhale, hinge forward, frame the left or right foot. Tuck the left toes, extend the left leg, and then bring your right foot back to meet its partner. Let's pedal out our heels.
Beautiful. Again, adjusting however you might need here. If down dog just really does not feel like it today, you can always lower to your knees and find an extended child's pose, which is hovering the glutes over the heels, keeping the arms long. So meeting yourself wherever you're at. We're here for one more breath. We're finding the low lunge on our left side again. On your next inhale, finding stillness, bring your gaze towards your hands, lift the left knee, bring the left foot between your hands, drop the right knee, inhale up for your low lunge. Again, taking a moment here, checking in with your body, checking in with yourself. We're adding a crescent low lunge. Exhale, bring your right arm back, seeing if you can find maybe your thigh or your calf, and then opening your heart and chest, let your left arm reach back in space. Can you continue to sink into those hips? You might have noticed I raised up a little bit and then adjusted and sank back in. One more breath here. Exhale, windmill that left arm over. Let the right arm follow. Tuck the right toes. Extend the right leg. We're almost done. Bring the left foot back to meet its partner. Paddle out your heels. Beautiful. Adjusting in any way you might need. Again, you always have your option for extended child's pose. On your next inhale, gaze up towards the hands. Bring the right foot in towards the chest, creating space. Plant that right foot down. Drop the left knee. Untuck the left toes. Inhaling up for your low lunge. Again, checking in with the body, taking a moment. On your next exhale, left arm comes back this time towards either the thigh or the calf. Opening the heart, letting that right arm drop back. Can you keep this right knee coming out towards your right ankle? Dropping into the hips. Oh my goodness. And then exhale, windmill, right arm down, left arm follows. This time, instead of tucking our left toes, we're gonna come back into a child's pose. So shift your hips back in space, and then bring your right knee back to the left. Sit your hips down, big exhale, soften here. Maybe you rock your forehead back and forth on the mat. One last posture of class, taking your elbows down onto the ground. Bring your hands into that Anjali Mudra or prayer shape. You might create some space between your knees. And then bring those hands behind the base of your head. Maybe you wiggle your elbows further forward. Big exhale to soften the space between your shoulder blades, under your armpits, down the sides of your body. One more breath cycle. On your next exhale, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, push into the ground, and then walk your hands back towards your knees where you will meet me sitting on your knees. Let's inhale, sweep the hands high towards the sky, soften the shoulders. Exhale, draw your hands down into heart center, thumbs to sternum, Anjali Mudra. Maybe you take a drop of your head from side to side. Thanking your body, your breath, your movement, your mind. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Beautiful.